A big night tonight for Tatum Paxley as she would be in the main event for the North American Women's Championship. But earlier on in the night, we'd see Jacy Jayne say to Tatum that you will never be a champion, throwing down the doll of Tatum Paxley. Now, someone reached in, a hand reached in, look at the tattoo, someone picked up the doll, and moments before, Tatum had told Jacy as she walked away, your past will haunt you. Well, I asked you on Twitter, who picked up Tatum's doll? And you were all straight on it very quickly. Gigi Dolan. From the look of the doll, the tattoo on the arm, geniuses. Tatum and Fallon would be the main event tonight. And you guys know, I'm a massive fan of Tatum Paxley. So of course, during this match, edge of my seat, I wanted to see Tatum Paxley pick up the win. And multiple times I thought Tatum could have done it, but it was in the end one great counter from Fallon Henley. And again, NXT teaching us fairy tales don't come true, kids. But in a post-match beatdown of Tatum, nightmares came true for Jacy Jayne, as Gigi Dolan did make her return, standing side by side with Tatum Paxley. Gigi is back. This is things you might have missed from WWE NXT. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. After the heartbreaking end last week to not only NXT, but the end to Chase U, tonight, Ridge Holland would make his entrance to Chase U's theme song. He had the banner that he walked through and everything. This was brilliant. The heel heat was insane. I mean, deeply emotionally sad, obviously, but brilliant. Ridge Holland would start NXT with a very short promo with a message to Trick Williams that he's going to take the NXT Championship at Deadline. But I want you to pay attention to Booker T, who was laughing. But he's not laughing at Ridge Holland, no. He's laughing at the situation around Chase U, and I don't like that. Booker, I love you, dude. Please don't. I'll be completely honest, though. I think this story is brilliant for Ridge Holland. This is the most attention I think I've ever genuinely paid Ridge Holland, and that's a really good thing because he's shining in this role. But what happened here, as we'd later see Andre Chase packing away the classroom, leaving it behind for maybe the final time. And as he was walking away, someone shouted out, "Hey, Mr. Chase." He turned around, shocked, and the camera cut away. Who was it that shouted, "Hey, Mr. Chase"? And is it someone who has a plan to save Chase U? The first match tonight saw Ethan Page taking on Axiom for a spot in the Iron Survivor Challenge. Really good match, lots of time, lots of high drama, good counters. You didn't know which way it was going to go until the very end when Ethan Page would pick up the win. Ethan Page qualifying for the Iron Survivor at Deadline. Nathan Frazier, who's already in the Iron Survivor, was ringside with Axiom, and after the match, he would get into the ring and say Ethan hasn't got a chance because this is his kind of match. But Ethan would bait Nathan into saying Axiom is not the engine of their tag team. And of course, Axiom is stood right there at ringside. Problems in Fraxium continue potentially, while tonight they seemingly got on still. It's just another thing to add to the list. Next out was Wes Lee, who sports a new haircut, and honestly, the crowd chanting "Who are you?" was brilliant. Obviously, then it was Javon Evans, followed by OTM and the NXT Tag Team Division, as once again, Tag Team Chaos would come to NXT with a brawl. The tag teams not happy that Nathan is chasing singles gold when they all want a shot at the tag team titles. Trouble in Paradise tonight as Ashante would tell Nikita that there's something there with Karmen and he can't go any further with Nikita. He then confirmed he texted her, which was overheard by Karmen after he denied to Karmen that he ever texted Nikita. In what felt like a Jerry Springer kind of spin-off, Karmen Petrovic would tell Ashante where to go. I feel like this is going to build between Nikita and Karmen. And honestly, Nikita better watch out because Karmen doesn't play. Just the other day, she won her match at GCW Bloodsport. Very cool to see, by the way, NXT and WWE stars being able to appear at GCW. Lola Vice would defeat Ren Sinclair tonight, and I do appreciate NXT trying to give this match a little bit of backstory. Obviously, Lola Vice, though, had one person on her mind, Jaida Parker. After the match, looking at the camera and shouting, Jaida, we're going underground. NXT Underground returning for Jaida versus Lola. I'm down for that. A grudge match for the North American Championship was on the show tonight as Tony D'Angelo battled Shawn Spears. Very early on into the match, Tony's knee started bothering him. We saw this injury last week. Look at Shawn Spears noticing it very early on in the match. Although Shawn Spears would definitely target the knee during the match, it wasn't enough. Tony D'Angelo would fight through and pick up the win. Tony retaining the belt, and then in a post-match brawl, we'd get the in-ring debut, I guess, of Nico, who we got introduced to a few weeks ago. Nico alongside Shawn Spears. This is going to be fun. Just as fun as the tag team riot that took place in the NXT parking lot. And who the hell leaves their car in the NXT parking lot? That thing's been destroyed. The tag teams have gone wild in NXT. NXT General Manager Ava would reveal that next week we're going to have a tag team battle royal to crown number one contenders to Fraxium. However, the winners will face Fraxium at Deadline. Of course, Nathan Frazier is in the Iron Survivor also. We also got it revealed that next week we're going to have 2 fatal 4-ways for the men and for the women. And the winner of each of those matches will qualify as the final entry into the Iron Survivor Challenge. And it's the final entry because Julia was successful tonight, defeating Kalani Jordan in genuinely a great match. Julia is in. Who will take the final spots next week? Here's the thing, though. The tag teams were talking in the background. Eddie Thorpe, once again, still annoyed that he feels like Ava is trying to avoid him. Eddie Thorpe feels hard done by. He grabbed Ava. Ava would turn around and say, never touch me. As she went to walk away, the tag teams pushed the door by mistake. Ava was knocked down, but genuinely, this wasn't Eddie Thorpe's fault. But that wouldn't stop firing up the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, who would get into the face, slamming Eddie against the shutter, telling him you don't lay your hand on Ava. Eddie remained silent and walked away. Eddie Thorpe is being blamed for what happened to Ava. And interestingly, as this all went down, X-Pac, Sean Waltman, would tweet out, Shawn Michaels, next week's NXT show looks too good to miss. I'm coming to Orlando to watch it live. You know me, I don't believe in coincidences. Trick Williams would come to the ring and cut a very passionate promo about NXT and the fact he needs to beat Ridge Holland to maintain what they've built in NXT. Ridge would come out, but Eric freaking Bischoff is back. He's better than ever. And he's coming to NXT next week. And he's going to be somehow involved in the Ridge and Trick story. What is going on? Very good show tonight. Lots of build for next week. 2 fatal 4-ways, a battle royal, Eric Bischoff, X-Pac. It's all kicking off this week. 8 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace!